Ugh. Oh, you don't think that was too mean, do you?
No. Not from the woman who told us that she wanted us to burn in hell. I don't think it's...
Yeah, very true.
I don't think it's too mean.
Alright,
No.
very true. And, you know, all this talk about baloney.
My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. Hello,
Hi,
everybody. I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
And this is SmokeySteveAndMarc.
Yes, it is.
Welcome or welcome back, and happy Thursday.
Yes, happy Thursday, everybody.
It's been a long week for just being Thursday.
Yeah. Yes, I have to say, this week has been long.
You know
so
why?
far.
'Cause there was a couple beautiful days, and
Yeah.
it's still like...
And we're getting all this snow tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we're supposed to get a May snow. It's not enough. The murder hornets.
I know.
The unseasonable blizzard. Well, it's not blizzard.
Crazy.
They might get
on
like
top of everything.
a couple
else.
inches in the upper elevation.
70 today.
Yeah.
3 inches of snow tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
just
Wild
I
stuff.
think it'll change. It'll probably change.
It'll.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll find out, I guess.
Yep.
So I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to Life After Caretaking. As you know, this kind of Thursday series evolved out of following along a channel that I had been watching for years. It was Cynthia and Thomas Beaumont. Mr. Beaumont passed away a couple months ago out of a relatively sudden bout of like sickness. He got cancer and he got really sick really fast and didn't recover and then passed away
Very quickly.
very quickly. So now Cynthia is in charge of the channel and she's trying to find her way doing that. So we've kind of kept up with Cynthia to see how things are going, and certain themes had been coming up
Yes.
after the fact. So we've targeted some of those. It's not as much as like with Chantal. I do those videos on Saturday and I watch each individual video and review and critique it. It's more of a broad theme when we're talking about this issue. Themes that have presented themselves have included e-begging, self-centeredness, greed, being legitimately needy, some other things like that. So we're going to continue with that. But we also have a special guest today.
Who's that?
That would be you.
Oh, me.
Mark
Yeah.
is the special guest today.
Howdy, everybody.
So the things I'm going to be addressing, Mark's going to speak a little bit first, and then I'm going to take the reins kind of for the second half of the video. I want to touch on deflection and blaming.
Ooh, good topics.
Good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going deep. I'm a deep guy.
Yeah.
Really. But Mark's going to speak a little bit first, because usually you might hear him laugh in the background or scream from the side or something like that. But he's going to have his moment now.
Well, thank you.
So take it away, Mark.
Well, thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.
Oh, well, howdy, everybody.
This is Mark for anyone who
Yes,
doesn't watch.
I'm Mark
Yeah.
of Smokey Steve and Mark.
This
I
is
do
Mark.
exist.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see you all. Some of you actually might remember me from my my own video that I did about Cynthia and Thomas, and that goes back quite some time. And I haven't done any since. This is not really my arena. This isn't something that I usually do. But I had quite a few requests to hear my opinion and my side of things when it comes to our friend Cynthia. And I have to say, after one of her latest videos, I thought this would be pretty appropriate for me to speak my opinion. You know, because we were, let's say, hypothetically mentioned.
Maybe.
In a video.
We have very big egos, so...
The video was called, Who's Really E-Begging? Not Me. So after I had seen that video, I thought, well, okay, I guess a response is in order, in a way. I mean, normally I don't care at all, you know, to respond, but I think that it's appropriate since people have asked for my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, so... Here I am.
Remember,
but anyway,
I'm the nice one.
He's the nice one.
People think he's the nice one. I'm the nice one. Go ahead.
I'm nice.
Go ahead.
No, I'm nice. You know what? I'm just gonna. I wrote a couple notes down, just points that so I don't want to forget, because I always get nervous doing videos, especially like this one. I mean, I do, but whatever. But for me, you know, that video I made all that time ago, it kind of talked about my experience and my history with Cynthia. You know, now we're gonna fast forward and where we're at today. The straw that broke the camel's back for me and Cynthia, where I just kind of washed my hands of the entire situation, was, you know, in your original Caretaking series, probably late December, early January, somewhere around there. We were following Tommy's health and his lackluster care that he was getting, you know, and you know, one of her videos came out, and in this video she's on there. You know, I can't remember exactly what she was doing. She was either eating, or I believe she was showing off either a beauty product or one of those little Japanese toys she gets or something. Something like that. I don't remember what it was, but the point of it is that Tommy was there. He wasn't on camera. He was like off to the side a little bit, and she's, you know, talking away, and he starts coughing, and he starts really coughing, and I mean, clearly the man was in distress. You know, I mean, he's very far along in his sickness. He is very uncomfortable to begin with, and the man could not breathe. He was coughing and choking, and all Cynthia had to say about it was, "Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, Tommy." You know, out of everything she did, that really struck me the hardest. It really upset me, and I tend to be a pretty empathetic person, and I tend to take on things like that, and it upsets me. And for me, she has been, through that whole series, through even now, I mean, she's kind of toxic to me. She puts me in a bad place, so I tend to not watch her. But that was the straw, that video that did it for me. It's still up. You can check it out if you want to. But I think that tiny little clip right there truly shows her character. And it really upset me. But anyway, so I'm just going to tell you my opinion on Cynthia, because people have asked. And, you know, my opinion, just like everybody else, everybody has an opinion. Everyone's entitled to opinions, you know. And my opinion on Cynthia is, I just have 3 tiny little points here. One, she definitely plays the victim. She feels the entire world is out to get her. And, I mean, hospitals and doctors, the government, the Amazon driver, I mean, because he comes too early in the morning, he does that on purpose to bother her, you know. So that was the one point that I wanted to make. In fact, I mean, even one of her latest videos is titled, "What Sicko Would Harass a Disabled Widow?" Again, the victim mentality. You know, everybody is out to get her and her personally. I think she's truly ignorant, and I mean that in the true sense of the word. I don't know, illiterate maybe? I'm not sure. But, you know, all you have to do is go look on any of her community posts or any of the comments that she does. And, I mean, it's like, just for an example, through spelled THREW. And there's a lot more of them like that. You know, that's just, I don't know if she's educated or not, but she comes across like she's not. And finally, entitled. I don't know if she has come to be this way or if she has always been this way, but Miss Beaumont is very entitled. You know, everybody owes her, and that's just my impression of her. That everybody, it's not like she feels entitled to it. I don't know what else to say about that. She's an entitled person. And in my opinion, I mean, does anybody ever remember her ever giving back ever? Like in any way? You know, I don't know. I know she has said that, and I don't mean throwing handfuls of food out the window for the strays, you know what I mean? I know she pointedly made some videos where she was giving to the poor. I'm not sure what that was all about, but I've never seen her hold like a little YouTube contest to kind of, I don't know, just show a little appreciation for the people who support her. I haven't seen that. I don't know. But definitely entitled. Just a couple points that I wanted to make before I let Steven take over.
One second. You hear that? That's our cat using the litter box.
The litter box.
You know where the litter box is? Not under this effing table.
No, and we're not eating, and it's in another room. Actually has a very nice litter box.
Yeah.
It's like enclosed, and well, anyway. That's
And we have a
beside the
small
point.
and we have a small apartment. Don't give me the victim.
No, we have a very small apartment. We do. We do.
Mhm.
Yeah, we do. One of the things that I wanted to just say very quickly of like, of all the kind of lies and untruths that Cynthia speaks, again, coming from that victim mentality type of thing, the one thing I can say that is absolutely true that she has said, her words verbatim, is that everyone is replaceable. All of her subscribers are expendable, and you know what? That's absolutely 100% true. I'm one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was blocked. I'm part of the Cynthia blocked me club. Anyone else out there? Hands. Show of hands. I mean, if you have to test this at all you got to do is leave a comment under any video disagreeing with her, giving her a suggestion on something to do that might better her life, or just ask her the question, how did you and Tommy meet? Boom, comment is deleted, and probably you'll be blocked too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, these deleted, comments and stuff, how she tailors everything to make herself look better, I think is very, it's untruths. Do you know what I mean? I can't find the exact word for it, but and I guess everyone has the right to do that. Whatever, if you want
every
to.
creator can
Absolutely
create their own comment
That's
section.
they
but
can
I
do
think
whatever they want.
But it says something about the creator, how they do that. Like when the likes and dislikes disappear, it's obvious you got more dislikes than likes.
Yes. No. Yeah.
When sub counts disappear, it's because there's been an unflattering change in them a lot of times too.
Yeah.
Not always. Not always. But
yeah.
Often.
But you can get, if you get up early enough, she doesn't get up till late, you can see some of them before she deletes them. Yeah. You can catch her, you can see some of those comments. But again, all of her subscribers are expendable. I think, I don't know. I just think that's wrong. I mean, that's a great attitude to have had towards people who care about you and support you.
Yeah.
I again, just my opinion, about the video that was made hypothetically about us and some of her haters, so to speak. I just, I don't know. The one point that she made was they must be jealous. I want to make one thing pointedly clear, and this is coming from me, and I believe I can talk for Steven here too. We are not jealous of Cynthia Beaumont at all. She may have more subscribers than we do, but this is never was our full-time job. This is a hobby to us. We enjoy sharing our lives with people.
She'd be the first one to tell you she has nothing.
Yes.
Why would I be jealous?
I know. We both work full-time jobs. We work very hard for what we have and what we buy ourselves and everything.
And we both have disabling conditions.
And we both have disabling conditions as well.
I've been on disability.
Yes.
So
just a comparison there.
Just for context.
Just for context. I just wanted to make that pointedly 100% clear. And it goes on, about the e-begging thing. We are not jealous that Cynthia gets packages in the mail. At all. My point about that is that I think it's just a sad situation when you manipulate people who care about you to get something. And I think that her track record has really shown that. I just, again, it goes back to a person's character. The e-begging thing has really gotten out of control, and I don't know if she even realizes it. I mean, because she constantly defends herself about the e-begging. I mean, today's video...
Oh, baloney.
Baloney. I just
baloney.
ate my last baloney all sad. Like, I think she expects somebody to send her baloney.
I don't know. I mean, it's not her first day on the playground. Part of me thought maybe she's trolling. Like, oh, this is the last baloney ever. However, even if you were, it's in very poor taste during a global pandemic where people are waiting in line for food to complain that,
I know. And that's another thing that I agree with. And,
I mean, that's a real life first world problem.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I'm out of baloney.
And the last point on the e-begging thing, she mentioned that, true e-beggars, have post office boxes. Again, we have a post office box. If you want to know the truth, we got our post office box because we had a viewer challenge where we asked our viewers to send us postcards from their hometown, which we would show off in a video, and then we made a backdrop with it. You know, not only is having a post office box safe, you know, you don't know who you're talking to all the time on eBay. That was my next point.
Yeah.
On YouTube, but it's just a safer way to go about things. It's smarter to go about things.
Yeah, giving
having a PO box.
Yeah.
Having a PO box does not mean you're an e-beggar.
It's not about where the mail goes. It's how you go about getting it.
How you go about getting it.
Absolutely. That is the difference
in
how that works.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely.
And you'd never ask for a postcard. There's nowhere to put a gift card.
Good point.
Or Slippy 20. I mean,
it's a good point. But having a post office box is not e-begging. But e-begging is definitely putting your PayPal information in your description and marking it tips. Okay? I don't know what to say. E-begging is having your Amazon wish list out there publicly, and not only is it there, but when you go into the Amazon wish list, it's all, gift cards, and not one, multiple gift cards. Not one, case of cat food. She wants 10 cases of cat food. That is e-begging. I'm sorry. It just infuriates me, because why I get upset over this stuff is because it kind of gives an overshadowing of a bad name to all of YouTube creators when you have someone like that does things like that. Again, just my opinion, on all of that. Haters? Absolutely not. Do I hate Cynthia Beaumont? I do not hate her.
I kind of secretly like her. I just miss old Cynthia.
I miss old Cynthia.
Who would cook and hang out and they would
talk and things like that.
I know drama Cynthia gets more views. But,
it does. But I think this is where you have to differentiate between the true character, the true Cynthia, and what maybe she was portraying at that time. I don't know.
I'd rather be lied to. It
really
made for much better viewing.
Sorry. Right? Again, untruths, lies, what are you getting? But, maybe I'm taking this too seriously. It's just a YouTube channel. People tune into drama. People tune into train wrecks. But I really just wanted to drive that point home about the e-begging and what an e-beggar, is, and how it kind of overshadows other creators whenever you have people like that do things like that. So, anyway, I am through, and Cynthia through is spelled THROUGH.
I was just double checking your spelling to make sure.
Thank you.
Because that really the whole thing would have crumbled if you got that wrong.
I know how to spell through. I do.
I can write it. I don't know if I can spell it. So my thoughts actually aren't that different from Mark's. A lot of them really overlap. When I was talking about deflection and you'd mentioned the P.O. box, it's about the same thing. It's to try to say, I'm not an e-beggar, you're an e-beggar, and here's the reason why.
Yeah.
So, but us having a P.O. box doesn't change your behavior. It just throws out a smoke bomb and says, hey, you!
Again, deflecting,
It doesn't take, I can see it's trying to get the heat off, and e-begging gets a bad name. And it should. It should. And I suppose, what would be the opposite of begging would be being magnanimous. Giving perhaps. And as far as begging, I can think of 14 giveaways and contests that we've done in the last 6 months.
We like
14. And we don't do them to get more viewers. We just do them.
It's just kind of a way to say thank you.
It's a way to
show
say
a little
thanks.
appreciation. We can't give every single subscriber something personally, but we can show that we appreciate our subscribers, and that's one way that we can do it.
And there's legitimate ways that our subscribers financially show us that they can support us too. They watch our ads.
Yeah.
If we have a live, they can do super chats if they so choose to. And people get gifts. There's nothing wrong with getting gifts.
There's nothing. It touches me. I get so emotional when a package comes in the mail. Well, you guys know, you've seen it. I try to be like, okay, I'm just going to hold it together, and then I can't.
Yeah.
But, it's very nice. But the difference is that I do not feel entitled to those things. And I will not ask you for them.
Yeah.
I just think it's
Let me say this. Just, Mark and I are relatively likable guys. And we have a pretty good following. If we came on camera and said we were short, whatever, somebody would probably give it to us. Somebody would probably send it. Us choosing not to do that is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Because that's taking advantage of it. That's taking advantage.
When you were sick and in the hospital, I cannot tell you the number of people who private messaged me asking, do you need anything? What can I do? Do you need money? Do you need this? Do you need that? I mean, people are very generous and very supportive, you know?
Yeah.
And I never went on and said I need anything, and I didn't take anybody up on their offer. I wouldn't do that, but it's just a difference.
Yeah. So aside from just, kind of deflecting, and not for nothing, but Cynthia has said herself, and I remember this, I can't pinpoint the video, and it might have been deleted, the P.O. Box issue for yourself, why you don't have one. It's too far to walk, and it costs too much money.
Yeah.
Someone could buy you a P.O. Box, and you wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
So it's too far, and it's too much money.
Yeah, let's get to the real...
Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. You like having the shit brought to your door. Yeah. It's okay. I get it. So, and then the other side of that was talking
and
about,
only at certain times.
Oh yeah, don't come before 10. Don't come before 10.
Her words, not.
Otherwise, Saint Cynthia, Our Lady of Perpetual Dissatisfaction, will be very unhappy. Yes. So, blaming is another part that goes into that, and again with the kind of victim of circumstance sort of thing. I have no insurance, and that is the fault of the governor, the mayor, the school district, the union, and everybody who should have what? What should they have done? What should they have done? Who was supposed to pull something out of their hat, and by what means? Should they have called Medicaid? Should they have looked into Medicare? If you're on disability, you should have Medicare.
She's been disabled for so long. She says
if you have a qualified disability as identified by the Social Security Administration, you'd be collecting disability and have Medicare. If you just say you're disabled, well, that's you. Yeah. I can say every bone in my body hurts and I'm disabled, but until you go to a doctor,
you have to do that. And we're not saying she is or isn't disabled
I'm not saying
at all.
I'm not saying you're
You can clearly see, sometimes.
Oh no, she's had I'm not.
Over.
I would never say she didn't.
Yeah.
No, she's been very honest about her scoliosis and the other surgeries she's had and how they were painful, and I imagine they were.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you have a documented disability, there's resources available to you, which would fix a lot of these problems.
Yes.
So either you're not taking advantage of them, you don't qualify for them, which means there's more money around than you say, or you're just not looking into it because, I don't know. Now, I did discover that Cynthia has social anxiety, and I didn't realize how much until recently.
Oh.
I think she's afraid to make, phone calls. She's afraid to do this kind of stuff. It's a shame that at the end of Tommy's care, maybe some of this was going on, and she didn't like calling people and didn't, all that kind of thing. But at the same time...
But she would go into the city every other day to shop at Macy's and make paper flowers with the kids and
kids. They were always kids activities too.
Always kids. I mean, but she's always going. She's always been shopping and being in social settings all the time.
I know, but I think she's gonna turn into an old Catwoman.
Oh,
I don't know. But at the same time, no food. But that's not her fault. She doesn't have a car. There's a lot of Meals on Wheels. There's a lot of ways people who don't get out of the house get fed, get food, get help. And to say, well, the people who get it are rich and they have cars and they have houses and they go through the drive-through and half of them don't really need it anyway. Who are you to speculate that those folks don't need food? The car might be something they're sleeping in. Yeah. We don't know each other's circumstances exactly. Right. We can speculate, though, if we have YouTube channels, because we've been watching each other for years.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's not like me peeking at a BMW and saying, they're rich, they shouldn't be getting food.
Yeah.
We're talking about other people that have documented hours of their lives in video. So I'm not poking my nose anywhere secret here by making some observations.
No.
And then no transportation. The counties have transportation, usually in sync with medical assistance or Medicaid, to get you to appointments, to get you here, to get you there, maybe to go shopping. They take you to therapy, Just
They do.
putting it out there. They have a lot of resources they can use, but you have to find these things. And if you don't have the resources within you to do it yourself, that's cool. There's people through different agencies that can be your liaison, to help you get connected to these things.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've talked a lot of shit in this video. I know. But, and a lot of it's true, which is the worst part, I think. But honestly, like, it could be better for her. It could be better for her than it is.
It could be.
It could be better.
Maybe she's just not, like the care that was given to Tommy. I think that she was unable to provide that care physically, emotionally, mentally,
Intellectually.
intellectually.
It was just out of her
Maybe
reach.
it is something like that in trying to improve her life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very hard to have sympathy for somebody like that in her videos, the other things that she does in her videos, like, this is a completely capable person.
Well, when you're
that can take care of herself.
Well, when you want to be a smartass, and I'll show you, I'll ruin my life. I'll show you, I'm not letting that nurse in. I'll let my husband die before I'll give in.
Yeah.
And then, there we go. I remember one time, because I used to love the HelloFresh video. He hates the HelloFresh videos. I still watch him now when he's not home, because he hates the HelloFresh. There was a video one time and she was cooking, and I forget what she was making. She was making it actually close to the recipe, too. Tommy was supposed to have worked overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Late. It was during the summer, so he usually had, like, daytime hours, I think. So you think I don't watch? I watch. I loved your channel!
Yeah,
I'm not a troll, I loved your channel!
I did too.
So she's cooking, and she's like, Tommy thought he was going to be working overtime, so I didn't get dinner started. But then he just called me now, and it's 5:30, and he's going to get home at 6. So the overtime is canceled, but they didn't know.
Yeah.
She's like, ugh. And they think it's cute, but, the wife's at home, and I have to cook dinner. So, like, they should have taken her feelings into consideration when they canceled the overtime.
Again, me.
That, to me, I'm like, how in the hell do you spin all that around to be a shot at you?
Be a victim.
And it's kind of those, I think she just goes through those gymnastics. I don't think she can help it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But that doesn't make it, like, none of us have to accept unacceptable behavior, though. And I think...
No, that's a good point, too.
And I think for me, along with that, is I see the e-begging with the viewers as a continuation of a pattern of behavior where one person is taking advantage of other vulnerable people to their own benefit. That kind of is where it runs through. Whether it's out of ease, out of greed, out of convenience. I mean, it could very be something as easy as, I don't feel like going to the store. Let me see if I ask for something, see if it shows up. And I maintained, Cynthia's not dumb. You don't think she's put 2 and 2 together? Who wants to throw down Vegas odds that bologna's going to show up before Monday? Who?
Right. I know.
If it doesn't come by Monday, should we send it? So, yeah. I don't think I have too much more to say about all that. No.
Oh, good, because I thought I took too much time away from you.
No, I think we about split it down the middle.
Okay.
So, yeah. At any rate, this is after the caretaking. This is where things are at the moment. Where they go from here, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have another name change.
Yeah, she did change the name of the channel from Jersey Girl Journals to Cynthia Talks Tea.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Just like just spilling the tea, like telling the truth.
And that's what
telling
her
it how
video,
it is.
That's what her channel is now, period?
We'll see. Her last video was about eating bologna.
I wonder where Sweating to the Oldies fits in with that.
I don't think it does. I honestly don't think it does. But I'm still going to be watching, probably.
Yeah, well, we got to see what's going on.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on. I don't want to comment on videos I don't watch. I mean, I could have... It's easy to get up and make a video and say, I don't like her because I don't like her because I don't like her. Mm-hmm. But if you're not going to pull anything from the channel and quote anything and make say, references to things...
And back it up. You got to back it up. I mean, there has to be a reason why. You know, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I guess
I'm not going to say anymore.
Yeah. I guess we'll leave it there for now.
Okay.
And we'll continue next week with another discussion. See if another theme shows itself. There are other cockroaches out there besides us.
I think she finally might know that.
She's counted up to 6. There's more. There's 6 who are on YouTube who make videos. There are more.
There are
quite a few more. We don't really, at present, I haven't really communicated with the other cockroaches,
other
actually.
ones?
No, we're kind of an island unto ourselves. So, it's not a vast
But
conspiracy.
we're all part of the same club.
Yeah, we share similar
Cynthia
ideas.
blocked us.
We share similar ideas. I haven't been in touch with any of the other ones, but when a lot of people are noticing the same thing over and over, that's a
Yeah.
mirror being held up to any of us.
It is.
If 25 of my viewers said, "Steve, you were a dick,"
Yeah.
I'd have to start to think about, was I really a dick in that video?
Yeah.
At a certain point. It
And
can't be everybody.
You do.
Yeah.
You don't deflect and you don't put blame on other people and you do.
Well, it came up.
You do look
Well, I did.
into it.
And actually, last week, this will be the last thing I'll say because this is a half-hour video at this
okay.
point. I mentioned the name of one of her subscribers in last week's video.
Right.
And I mentioned to that subscriber who left a name in the comments that I apologized. And I'll just apologize here again, too. For what I was talking about, I could have made that point without having to bring up her name for it. I could have easily talked around it. So I apologized to her in the comments, and I just wanted to apologize to her again if she's watching now. Okay? And again, if I needed to apologize for something else,
You would.
I feel so inclined.
You, and most upstanding people on YouTube would. Like,
I don't know.
they would.
So, at any rate,
my
baloney has a thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button and the bell on your way out. You can follow us on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Actually, check that out. There's a couple contests going on at the moment.
Yeah.
One of the prizes is a $50 Amazon gift card.
It's a fun one, too.
You can follow us on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Our email and our contact info is all listed down below. Thank you for watching, and we will catch up with you tomorrow. It's Friday.
Friday. TGIF. Yes, it was really, really great spending time with you. Thank you for allowing me to give you, well, my 2 cents. Right?
Your 2 cents.
Remember, everybody, stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive, okay? We'll see you next time. Bye.